Good afternoon, our viewers all over the world, members of GBB nationwide. Greeting coming specially from the desk of GBB Afternoon Drive, coming from Abuja. We want to appreciate a lot of you that have been coming up with very vital contribution to what we are doing. It is now that we realize that people are ready to do the right thing, but they have been getting the wrong information at the right time. Before I continue, my name is Engineer Brian Moses, the co-chair. I'm joining you this afternoon from our afternoon drive to update you on very crucial issues and important for you to know, most especially those that are into production of goods and services. Mr. President has geared his eagle eye towards the made in Nigerian goods. So it is a win-win situation for the SME and the cutting edge industry in Nigeria to strive as we speak. The renewed hope agenda of Mr. President covered human capital development and empowerment projects. When we talk about empowerment, sometimes the only thing people understand about empowerment is when they are given money. But first of all, you would need to be in business to access money. A lot has been happening to us. This afternoon program now just make we let our brothers know say everything where we dey do now make we meet up target and time because our people they suffer for the grassroots community. And a lot of things is happening in the grassroots community that Mr. President and even the leaders are not even aware, most especially to our mothers and fathers, aged parents that are still doing small businesses in remote areas. What they need is not much. These people have come together under a lot of umbrella, and as we speak, they have been doing all they needed to do to ensure that they have access to capital. But it is not easy to have access to capital when the system is not clean. System is not clean in the sense that there is no adequate record coming from the grassroots organization and making it difficult for them to access funding. And if there is no funding at the grassroots, there is no skill acquisition, there's no empowerment, it's really going to be very tough. So at this point, we are negotiating with a lot of private partners using this window of Mr. President, giving opportunity to the cutting edge industries and small, medium through this partnership of the grassroots bridge builders with National Space Research and Development Agency to provide the right information at the right time. Before we go further, business opportunities have been open, channels of communication with international organizations, and some of them are willing to come to our aid if we do the right thing. Like we have Mr. Scott from the US and some other African leaders and business that are willing to do business with you. Most of these things are challenging because we require opportunity from Mr. President, from our government, and some international organization for us to have reference, surety, guarantors to achieve fund for empowerment. Government cannot do it all, and that's why government open opportunities for partnership. For one of the partnership, let us listen to some of the discussions that is going on behalf of Nigeria that Mr. President is opening up a lot of windows if only we can follow suit to meet up the requirement and the challenges. These requirements are there with us. It's just timing. But by the grace of God, by the authority bestowed in GBB, NASDAQ, we're going to do our best. Whenever we find opportunity, we must bring it up. Just like the Skills Acquisition Development Project now for almost all NGOs are going to get involved. And from there, we move them to their own project. It is when you show capacity, we can talk about your project because funding is no longer an issue in our project. Well, listen to this. It will become easy and straight for us to drive the force of
crowdfunding and initial capital for this project. That is a very quick way to go, sir.
That is good. And so when we are talking about this seed money, I will just quickly ask this question before I hand it over to Pastor David. So when we're talking about the initial seed money that we are talking about, what is the goal? How much do we want to raise? We identified the engineer.
So this part of our discussion with our foreign partners, asking to know what is the initial capital we want to raise for this project. All of us have gotten projects to do, but you've forgotten that when you have a project, you also need to have people who will back you up in this project, who will help you work it out. Have you made a visibility? Have you made opportunities for people to come in and look at challenges where you can as well drive? These are problems that we're also having that I want us to look at it before we go, because now we're going to start recertification from next week, and everything is going to go through the government channel. Everything, everybody, anybody that is coming in, sorry, please, must have to go through the government channel. And these are partners. They are not partners that want to make mistakes with their funding or with the empowerment we want to do. What Mr. President is going to bring for the skills acquisition, we are going to go from shop to shop because we cannot train them all. That's why NGOs are giving opportunities, and we are going to allocate numbers of people to our NGOs that we're going to be training with us. Like from Monday, I'm going to be visiting some of the skill acquisition center that they have identified with us, and they have recommended them from different high government offices. And I want to be sure who they are, what can they do for us, can they actually do what we want to do? Because this time around, where we are now, we cannot afford to make any mistake. We have to verify everything. If it takes us numbers of time, doesn't matter. Time we spend now is money. So we are also working hard to ensure that form is made available for you guys.
Take off ground, some ground for us to start walking, and then say, okay, yeah, we can achieve this. And then because when you walk and then you have the tools to walk, and then it gives you the added fuel, the added, hump for you to just keep going. And because at least there is no impediment apart just that is on your way, particularly financial, and then the rest will be just the strength of our own vision and our own creative minds and experiences and network and all that, because we will have a board that will be made up of people here. We have had some real key people. Some of them have been they've been owners of banks. Some of them have projects in Saudi Arabia. Some of them institutional individuals and all that who are eager to really contribute their own vision and their own resources towards doing these kinds of things in Nigeria. So they have given to their own community in America. They have agreed to work with us and give it back, extend it to other parts of the world. In this case, Nigeria and Africa and all that. So we have people. So I think we have the I would say the incentive to bring them in and then actually start working and then tap on their own resources to help us, because if they see what we are doing and they believe in it and all that stuff, the sky will be limit as to how much we can raise in terms of capital. And so some of the projects that we are undertaking, like the poultry, like some of these things, we take a project that is already started. We said, okay, let's refurbish this. Let's see what needs to be done to get to the next stage, the training and all that. So we can even solve this project. We can even start them with raising our own capital or investment from this area. Once we have a good seed money to make sure that the rest that needs to be done in Nigeria, they could do it. If there's somebody needs to come to America to go to food processing center or any of this, they don't need to ask us to send them. They will provide. They can bring their own people, transport money, and all that. And then when Mr. Ibrahim, Engineer Ibrahim, is doing certain stuff in Nigeria, and he works with his assistant Kingsley and all that. We don't. It doesn't need to. We don't have to wait and say, okay, who is going to provide transportation for Kingsley to do this or to go to meet this person, because he is going to make Kingsley would make your job more efficient, because you are a networking person, and then he is also has a great business mind, but we cannot do everything at the same time. There has to be division of labor. Can say, okay, Kingsley, you come and do this for me while I concentrate in other things. I want them to be working very closely with one another would make them very more efficient individually and collectively for the organization.
You're right, sir. That's absolutely. It's going to be a very smooth running operation for us when we have this partner allowed. Just let me give you an example now. My friend, the very dark man, he came back from Ghana yesterday after we spoke, and then he has to change his telephone number because somebody else have escaped that number to the public, and now he can't use it because most of this line we use in calling you, once they know we are using it, people call it every second, every minute, you can't make use of it. So sometimes we keep some private lines for important discussions. Now, as I speak to you, people are calling him because now these are the opportunities that are everywhere, but we still need our government to come to our aid, because everybody cannot have this opportunity that we are having today. The coming of our national chairman, Honorable Adewale Adeogun, has been a source of inspiration to a lot of foreign partners willing to work with us and giving us opportunity. And this opportunity, we're bringing it to the grassroots people, the small and medium industry, the NGOs, the cooperative that are supposed to have small funding. I know government is giving out a lot of money, but because there is no ownership, sometimes we don't see that anything is happening. But in this case, that private partners are involved, investors are involved, return of investment of investors have to come in. NASDAQ GBB is recertifying people, checking the authenticity of their certificate and bringing them as part of us and part of our international organization. We can't afford to jeopardize with this because we spend time, money, and everything. So I'm saying this because so many people are looking for opportunities of getting money and escape away with people's funds. There will be no vacancy for you in NASDAQ GBB. And if you cannot fit in, please, we're not forcing anybody to come and satisfy with us or because you're looking for 20 million, 30 million. This is not a grant colony. This is not a grant establishment. This is an empowerment establishment with genuine and holistic approach to funding. People must be responsible to be able to move forward. Part of the things we are doing is to show capacity, show transparency. Sometimes we work under people who are not given opportunity to showcase the talent and the zeal of driving poverty from Nigeria. But with renewed hope agenda of Mr. President and in partnership with all these government agencies, I think it's a new dawn in our time. Before I go ahead, I want you guys to know that rise in your community, we do our visibility study, check the risk analysis, and said, okay, we can give you XYZ amount of money from our inflow here, which is going to be monitored by our expertise and also remote monitoring through technology and however to ensure that we get what we get. These are the things that the people want to see physically, and you see them getting involved without having problem at all. So I need us to think in that direction so that we can start up immediately.
Yes.
Office. An office must be located in a central area in FCT to build confidence and to build focus for those who will be coming.
Visibility.
Visibility. So now if you're getting a good office within a central area that can be accessible, you know approximately what it means, what it takes in Nigeria. So these are part of the kickstarting resources that we need. 1 or 2 vehicles that will move somebody from here to the next local government, and with the name logoed on it, people see, oh, these people are...
Those kinds of resources or those components.
So, this kind of conversation for business to thrive, it requires honesty. And as you're coming to NASDAQ GBB, please make up your mind that you're coming to be resourceful. You're coming to contribute to your quota. When the country is challenged, like I normally say, NGOs have to come in to give the government the support. And when NGOs supporting the government, the citizens wage behind. We are the citizens who are coming in. We are identifying straight with the authority of the Nigerian states. We are not politicians. We are not party canopy, but we work with those who want to work with us, because without politicians, we can't drive this platform. Without the government, we can't drive this platform. And for government to trust the agencies and say, okay, work together and develop a project for me to lift 50 million youth out of poverty, it shows that there's seriousness in what we're doing. And with our international organization, because most time we have challenges in guarantees of funds. So if we are able to succeed in this partnership properly, as we have succeeded almost 100% now, the next thing is for us to launch our partnership with the US partners, and in partnership with the Consulate of Nigeria and US here locally with us. We are going to make it accessible to everybody that that proven right and worthy to work with us. Mr. President is not a respecter of anybody. He doesn't care whether he wins the election or not. But surely he's going to win, because if you are close with what is happening, this is going to be the only government that the son of a nobody would come to platforms like this and become something. And it is now crystal clear before us and before the entire world that we can't sit in our homes and be complaining. We can't be on the social media and be complaining. We need to come up and do something so that we can do better.
Intervention is an intervention of where we are going. As soon as we concluded,
Accomplishes
these are the
certain
communications.
goals or certain duties
So
with
it is
precision.
no longer secret.
You tell him
And I'm
to
not
do
going to
this
take it
and all
lightly
that.
with anybody
He
who is
will
trying
go
to
in
mess
and
with this kind
find
of
out,
opportunity that
the,
Mr.
those,
President has given to us.
the possibilities, the challenges, and all that. It's an analyst, but so we want to have that kind of mind,
Yeah.
and so he will also help you to stay grounded, in what we have decided. So in fact, he will be your main representative of Nigerian actors in that area in terms of communication and what needs to be done and all that. So that is why I decided that no, he has to be a part of this first meeting, so that because I know when we are done, he will be the one carrying out the field work. He will
can
also
hear it by yourself.
tell you this is what we need to do and all. So that is your partner. Partner there and also partner here, because I know him. He will represent us very well.
you're right.
I
Even
don't-
in Calabar, where he
Well,
is here,
I don't-
So we can close.
I don't have any
Because
doubt.
I have this.
grassroots formation, what can the grassroots benefit?
It
Also,
makes
office.
sense.
Also,
Yes.
office. An office must
I don't
be
have any
located
doubt.
in
I don't have any
Where
doubt
are
with
the
what we're doing
evangelists in
right
Saudi
now.
Arabia? Some of them,
So, congratulations to all of us that believe in little beginning. Milestone of achievement. The wealth gotten in a hurry will always doing. It has happened to many Nigerians. It's happened to many people, not just Nigerians, all over the world. When you acquire wealth without trace, you are not proud of it. I'm proud being a Nigerian, and I'm proud to work with Mr. President. I'm proud to work with Dr. Matthew Olumide Adepoju. I'm proud to work with Honorable Adewale Adiogu. I'm proud to work with Director Mobilization Hajia Bint Suleiman. I'm proud to work with all my team from implementation to the last. But we are taking it to the next level now, because from June, it's not going to be story and friends as usual. It's going to be action and launching of this platform across the 36 states, physically on ground. This project went beyond the regulars of phone calls and media, but we are on ground with Nigerians. Let us listen to our brothers and hear them out, and then we take up on this our family.
Grassroots Bridge Builders GBB is a coalition of positive thinking youths in Nigeria, driven with passion for innovation, motivation, and creativity for sustainability and empowerment of our people in Nigeria. GBB bridging the gap between the grassroots and the government by promoting peace, unity, equality, justice, and youth involvement in active politics and security of lives and properties. GBB grants up loans for SME, small, medium enterprise, e.g. market women and traders association can benefit from our packages. We support citizens in distress. GBB provides choose community health insurance scheme for our members. You can always reach us on
070 or you can reach us on 080
Ladies and gentlemen.
That is it for you, ladies and gentlemen. You can reach us on this line. Congratulations to we Nigerians. Congratulations to the effort of liberation moving up. We are setting up a new record, and this record has come to stay. I remain Engineer Brian Moses, if God share the Alekwe of Wadania, Ball Gloria Original.
Happy birthday to DJ Starboy. Only one for
Happy birthday, man. That is it for this afternoon. Good afternoon, Cotton Age Industries. God bless you all. SME, God bless you all. NGOs, cooperative, limited liability companies working together. Please come on, recertify ourselves. Be at the queue for development has come. New Nigerian era is here with us. Once again, I greet all of you this afternoon. We'll come your way again. Relax yourself, Nigeria. Nothing is bad yet. We're just moving on to the next level, and we'll keep rolling the balls, and then we move to the next level. We kick up the acts of those who are stopping us from moving, remove them from the way, and bring Nigeria back to where we are. This is our country, this is our land, and this is where we dwell. So we don't have second nationality. My constituency is Nigeria. My home is Nigeria, and Nigeria must be great in my own time. This is Engineer Brian Moses Igoche, the CEO, founder of Grassroots Bridge Builders, Alekwe Hofadania, Ball Gloria Originalem.
My last guy, I saw you my best friend. I thought we in this together. Give me my necklace,
That is it. Be happy and let's live on. God bless you all this afternoon. Have a lovely Saturday. Groove with easy so that we can remain tomorrow. A cheer